Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well. So in this video, we are going to learn about omni-channel setup and queue-based routing in Salesforce. So very first, we will understand what is omni-channel, and after that we will set up the omni-channel so that whenever any case assigned to the queue, at that time the omni-channel routes that case to the users available in that particular queue. So now first let's understand why we need the omni-channel, and without and with the omni-channel how the Salesforce works or route the cases equally to the support agents available in the queue. Imagine your support team receives hundreds of customer cases every day, and in that some agents are overloaded with the work while others are sitting idle, and in that customers wait for hours, response time increases and everyone become frustrated. So here, what if Salesforce could automatically detect which agents are online, available and have the least workload, then assign the cases them without any manual effort? That's exactly what Omnichannel does. In this video, I will show you how to set up Omnichannel from the scratch and configure queue-based routing so Salesforce automatically routes cases to the right agent. And don't worry, if you are a beginner, I will explain every step in a simple way. So for that, watch this video till the end and don't miss any step. And if you are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Now, before we jump into the Salesforce setup, let's first understand what the problem Omnichannel solves and why companies use it in real world. Once you understand the business problem, the entire configuration will make more easier and more sense. So here, without Omnichannel, the support agents manually open the queues and they search for the works. In that, everyone tries to pick the easy cases, and because of that some urgent cases remain unattended, and the result is workload will be uneven. And the other hand, with the omni-channel, Salesforce automatically assign the work, so there the urgent cases are handled first, every agent get the balance work, and the result customer receives faster response. Now let's understand the steps to configure the omni-channel. Now very first we need to enable the omni-channel. For that, let me navigate to the Salesforce org, and to enable the omni-channel, here we need to search for the omni-channel in the quick find. So here I am searching omni-channel. So here we have the omni-channel settings. We need to open this one. After opening the omni-channel settings, if in your org this enable omni-channel is not checked, you need to check this so that we can enable our omni-channel in our Salesforce org. As you enable the omni-channel, you don't need to do anything. You just need to click on the save. And before that, here we have some three options. So first option is automatically log agents into the omni-channel in the new window or the tab. So this means if any user or the support agent working on some cases with the end customers, and if they open the new tab, then they will automatically log in to the omni-channel. Automatically log in the omni-channel in the sense it does not mean log in to the Salesforce. It means whenever you working with the omni-channel, there you will have the options which is available, busy and away. These options we can configure. I will explain how we can configure that. But when you set the option as available, that means you are logged in into the omni-channel. And these three options are works that we can see in the Microsoft Teams, where we can set our status as available, away, busy, like that. After that, here we have the another option, one agents in a pop-up, that open tab based work will be terminated. That means while conversing with the customer, if any user open the new tab, then Salesforce will send the pop-up which will be the warning that if you open the new tab, your current work will be terminated. And the third option we have, don't automatically log agents into the omni-channel on new window or tab. So this means whenever you will open the new tab while working on current work, at that time you need to explicitly log in with the omni-channel. And here you just need to put your status as available to log in. So with this, we need to click on the save button. So that's it. We have enabled our omni-channel setting. Now the next step we have create service channel. So why we need to create this service channel? Because the service channel tells to the omni-channel what type of work it should be route to the agent. So in our example, we want to route the work of the cases. For that, we need to create the service channel. As you click on this service channel, here you can see in the omni-channel setup only, you will get the service channel. But if you are not able to see this option, you need to explicitly search for the service channel. And here you will get that option. After that, here we need to click on this new button. As you click on the new button, here you need to provide the service channel name. So here I am providing mechanical cases. That means whenever any new case will be created, that case will get assigned to the queues, and that work we need to route to the service channel, so the service channel can distribute that work to the users those are available in that particular queue. So the developer name will be automatically populated, and then in the Salesforce object, since we are routing the work of the case object, then here we need to select the case. After that, initially here you don't need to do anything, you just need to click on the save button. So we have set up the service channel as well. Now the third step we have create routing configuration. For that, again here we need to search routing configurations. As you click on it, now here we need to create the new routing configuration. So here this agent config routing I have created to deploy the Agentforce service agent to the community site. The video link I have provided in the description so that you will understand where and how we can use this routing configuration. For now, we are going to create new routing configuration. The routing configuration name will be mechanical queues routing. The developer name will be automatically populated, and after that, as you scroll down, here we have the routing priority. So here we need to provide the 1. Here the 1 means the high priority cases. Then we have the routing model. Here I am going to select least active. Here we have the another type, most available. Here the least active means the omni-channel gives the work to the agent or the user who currently has least amount of work. And after that, the most available means the omni-channel gives the work to the user with the most remaining capacity. So here I am going to select the least active, and after that here we can decide the units of capacity. So here I am providing 2. That means for each case the units of capacity will be 2. And now let's click on this save button. Now after setting up this routing configuration, the next step we need to assign the routing configurations to the queue. Since we don't have created any queue, so first we need to create the queue. As we open the queue, so here I have created some queues, but for our scenario, I am going to create new queue. So this queue will be mechanical queue. Queue name will be automatically populated. After that, as you scroll down, here we have the routing configuration. So just now we created one routing configuration, which is mechanical queues routing. We need to select this one, and after that, as you scroll down, here we have the available object. So here we need to select the case, click on add, and then as you scroll down, here we have available users. So here I'm going to select these 2 users, click on add. That means the queue we are going to create, which is mechanical queue. In this queue, we will have 2 users, which is Alex Joy and then Rahul Joy. After that, click on the save. As you click on the save button, so we have successfully assigned the routing configuration to the queue. After that, we have the create presence status configuration. So before moving ahead, here is very big announcement for the Salesforce geekers. As you visit our SalesforceFAQs.com website, here you can see, here we have complete guide to start the Salesforce and the Agentforce. As you visit to here, you can start here to learn Salesforce right away. And for you, here we have customized everything, your learning paths. So here we have the Salesforce admin and consultant. After that, the Salesforce basics, then everything you will be find as per your requirement. Here also we used to post articles on the Salesforce function formulas, Apex and the triggers, Lightning Web Components, Omni-Channels, data loader tutorials, reports and dashboards, Tableau tutorials. Also we have the flows, agent force, and then we also have the trainings where you will get Salesforce admin training course, Salesforce developer training course, agent force training course, and with that you will also have all training courses where you will get admin, developer and the agent force training course in discounted price. With that, we have Agent Force live training, and we are going to conduct a live webinar on the Agent Force, which we are going to conduct at July. Build your Agent Force AI agent in Salesforce, where I will show you the demo. Using that, you can build your first Agent Force service agent, assign them topic, instructions, and then actions. And regarding this, if you have any query, you can book a free call where I will be consult you regarding your queries. Now, let's coming back to our topic. So here again, we need to search for presence configuration. We need to open this presence configuration, and here we have already default presence configuration provided by the Salesforce. Let's edit this one, and here you need to provide the capacity as per your requirement. So here if we have provided the capacity as 10, and in the routing configuration we have provided units of capacity as 2. That means each case will utilize 2 units of capacity. So the result will be for each user 5 active cases will be there. After providing the capacity, let's save this. After that, we have the create presence status. Here we need to click on this presence status, and here the presence status means here you can see available, away for lunch and on break. So these are the status that you can create as per your requirement. I will just tell you how we can create this type of status. As you click on this new, and then here you need to set the status name. So as I said, available, the developer name will be automatically populate. So I think this spelling is wrong. I need to, so here available, developer name also we need to change, which will be available. And after that, here you can see status options. So here we have one online and then another one is busy. So here in the online, that means the user is available. So here, since the status is available, so here also we need to set the online, and after that here we need to select the service channel. So which service channel here will be mechanical cases. So here we need to select this and click on the add, and as you click on the save button, the available status will get created. And then for the busy, so here we have busy, again the developer name will be busy, and then the status option will be busy, and here we don't need to select anything because since busy, omni-channel will not route the work which user status is busy. For that, here we don't need to select anything, and after that just click on the save. So since for the available I have already created, for that I didn't create it for the available, I just created for the busy. And here for the available, I need to add the mechanical cases as well. Basically this available I created for the transferring the route from the AI agent to the human agent. So for that I selected this messaging channel. So since we are creating for the mechanical cases, here I am removing the messaging channel and then click on the save. So now how many status we have? Available, away for lunch, busy and then on break. So for this present status, I created this busy status. Now for this status, you need to give access to the profiles that you are going to use for the Omni channel. So here I am searching for profile. Here you can see I have the profiles. For the Omni channel, I am going to use the system administrator. So here I need to open this one, and after that to give the access of the present status to this profile, and after that you need to scroll down, and here you can see here we have the option service presence status access. So this permission set you need to open, and after that click on edit, and then just give the access of this permission set to the profile. As you give the access, you need to click on the save. So now, after creating the present status, we have given the access add present status to the profile. And after that, what we need to do, we just need to add the omni-channel box to the UI. So here I'm searching for service console. So basically, I have already added the omni-channel to the service console, but let me show you how you can add it. For that, you need to go to the setup. After going to the setup, you need to search for the app manager in the quick find. So as you search for the app manager, you will see the apps that you have created and the standard app. After that, here you need to search for the service console. So here we have the service console. You need to click on this edit. As you click on the edit, after that you need to search for the utility items. So here we have the utility items, click on it, and then here you need to search for add utility item, and here you need to search the omni channel. You just need to click on this omni channel and then click on the save. Since I have already added, so I am not going to add this time. So as you click on the save, again you need to navigate back, and here you can see the omni channel we added. After that, as you open this omni channel, here you can see, here we have the drop down where you can see the status that we have added in the presence status. So there we have added available, away for lunch, busy, on break, and then this offline will be added by default. After that, here we need to set the status as available. As you keep the status as available, let me close these things. And now what we are going to do, we are going to create new case. So for that, so here I am creating status as new, priority medium low, case origin phone, issue type I'm not going to select, case reason installation. So here you can select the fields as per your requirement. Here I'm selecting the random values. The subject I will provide testing omnichannel setup, and then click on the save. So since after creating the case, this case is assigned to the particular user, because of that the omnichannel will not work. For that, first we need to assign this case to the queue that we have created. So we created the mechanical queue. So here I am selecting the queue, and after that click on the save. As I click on the save, here you can see I am getting the notification testing omnichannel setup. So here you can see before that the case owner is mechanical queue. As I accept this case, and then as I refresh the page, here you can see this time the case owner has been changed to particular user. So this user will be whoever accepted the request. And in this way, we can set up the omni-channel and route work to the users. Those are available in the queue. And this is nothing but queue-based routing. I hope whatever I have explained, you understood that. If you also want to create your own Agentforce agent, then do register for the webinar that we are going to conduct 8th of July. It's totally free. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Thank you.